Hi friends, how are you? Hope you had a good week and you're all still staying safe and well. As you can see, I've been joined by two lovely people. This is my dad and this is my mum. Say hello.
Hello there.
Hi there.
So you've met them before in other videos, but we thought we'd do a family weekend reads video, didn't we?
So you said.
So yeah, basically I bossed them into it. So what we'll do is we'll each take it in turns as to what we're reading. So I'll go, since I know what I'm doing, so they can see what to do. Anyway, so the first book I'm going to be reading this weekend is Nancy Atherton's Aunt Dimity and the Duke. This is the second one in the series. I think there are 21 or something in the series. If you go and watch Beth at Soul Stained Ink, she'll tell you exactly how many are in because she put me onto these and they are brilliant. I am really, really loving it. So Mum, what are you going to be reading? One of the books you're going to read this weekend?
Well, I'm reading at the moment Rianne Thane.
So that's Seasons of Wonders. Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
I like just the way she writes and the way she includes everybody in the families that she's talking about.
Okay.
And they get their say as well.
Oh, that's good. Dad?
Well, I'm reading a book called Insurrection, Scotland's Famine Winter
And who's that by?
by James Hunter. He's a professor of history. He's described as a historian. Not quite sure what that means, but he has written a lot of Scottish historical books about different things.
Is it good?
It's very good. It's very detailed because it is a detailed history of what was happening in the mid-19th century when both Ireland and Scotland suffered famine because of the failure of the potato crop.
So is it one of these books that you would just dip into, or is it a read-through job?
Well, I'm dipping into it because it's quite detailed. It goes over exactly what was happening in those areas, particularly in the Scottish one, in the Western Isles and also in the north of Scotland, the northeast of Scotland. And in the Western Isles in particular, people were actually dying of the famine. Okay. They had absolutely nothing, and the landlords were not helping very much. People were simply being allowed to die. And it's a very similar situation to what we have in the world today. Okay. There were organisations which did try to help people.
Okay. Was he involved with the NFU?
No. Okay. He's written about the Highland clearances, books about the Highland clearances.
I didn't know that Scotland had suffered famine. You hear about the potato famine in Ireland, don't you? But you don't know about Scotland.
Oh yes, it was really bad.
All right, okay.
Really bad. So
the second book I'm reading is on my Kindle Fire, which is through in the sitting room, and that is called A Summer of Surprises, Seashell Cottage. Try saying that when you've got no phone. Seashell, stick your teeth in. All right,
Seashell Cottage.
Thank you, Mum. By Judith Keim. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname right. If I am, and I'm sorry if I've totally and utterly butchered it. But this was a NetGalley one for me. It's a NetGalley review, so I'm not going to say very much about it. All I'm saying is that it's based in Florida. It's beside a beach. Woman is staying in this cottage, and that's all I'm telling you. Until I do my review, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Mum, what are you going to read?
I'm reading a book called Clover Cottage by Christy Barlow.
And that's in your Kindle Fire?
On my Kindle Fire.
Okay. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, very much. It's about a vet.
Ooh.
I won't go any further because it's really interesting.
So why, when you say the word vet, why do I have da 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 dee da da dum?
You mean all creatures grunt and smell?
All creatures great and small. Best Sunday night viewing ever. Right.
And it's commonly known as All Creatures Grunt and Smell.
Yeah. So, Dad, what other book are you going to be reading this weekend?
I'm going to be reading Isabel Allende.
Is this your first Isabel Allende?
No, I've read one of hers before, but it was quite a while ago, and I don't remember the title.
So it's In the Midst of Winter.
Yes, it's according to the cover. She's the internationally best-selling author of The Japanese Lover, but I haven't read that.
I tell you what, folks, I will put that up there, and you can kind of see what the book's about.
And it saves me saying it.
It does. Oh! True. And I tell you what, that's what my Aunt Dimity's about. And this is what the Rianne...
No, I don't know if that is... No, that's just the reviews.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the inside flap. So hopefully you can read that.
Your sheepskin's just.
Oh, it doesn't
fallen.
matter. But
Right.
the Rianne Thane, by the way,
Oh, don't do that.
just it's the
You
next
can
one.
see
The Haven
Fiona's
Point.
about to say this was not a good idea, bringing these people in here.
No, it's absolutely fine. My friends out here in BookTube land know that we're slightly
That was certified.
yes.
certifiable. Anyway, so are you enjoying your Isabel Allende?
Yes and no. It's one of
Okay.
these books where there's really three stories going on at the same. The story of three people, the life story
Okay.
of three different people, being sort of jumping back to each one.
Okay.
The three of them, they're on a mission which none of them want really, because they've got discovered a car that one of them borrowed, that it's got a dead body in the boot, and they are going to get rid of the body, but
Keep the car.
at the same they want to get rid of everything.
Oh, wow.
So they are
Fingerprints.
their story is being told in between times, and it deals a lot with Chile and the problems that people in Chile had,
Okay.
and also the immigration into America,
Okay.
passing through Mexico. So again, it's a lot of it is basically what is happening today.
Okay. Would you, of the two books that you're reading, would you recommend them?
Oh yes, I think so, very much so.
Okay.
If you read the first one, Scotland's Famine Winter, if you don't know anything about that situation, and you want to find out a bit about Scottish history, then it's an easy to read book, but it's very detailed at the same time.
Okay.
The other one, yes, unless you're like me, I don't really want a story that stops and starts and stops
Okay.
and starts. I'd rather begin and go through.
Okay.
But otherwise, no, it's worth a read.
Mum, would you recommend the two that you're reading?
Yes, very much. The interesting thing is, sheerly unintentionally, but there's a vet involved in both of them.
What was I say? The Rianne Thane, would you say that you have to have read the others in the Haven Point series before you start Seasons of Wonder?
It might have been better if they had maybe give you a wee synopsis at the beginning,
Okay.
telling you who the people were, because you're involved with, again, two families.
Okay. Right, hold on. We're about to take a delivery of food, so we will pause me back.
We're
to
still
you.
in lockdown.
Hi again. We've had our shopping delivery. If you're wondering why we're getting it done, is basically we're all in the shielding category for lockdown, and we're not allowed to go out and do our own shopping and stuff. So
We can go out, we're not into shops.
yeah. So our neighbours very kindly do our shopping for us. And if you're wondering why we're laughing, is because I put this video on pause, and I came back, and instead of unpausing it, I stopped it. So this is the second bit, so it's going to get smished together. So that's our reading plans for the weekend. What else are you planning to do, Dad?
Well, I've started a painting just now.
Okay.
Doing a watercolour of a village in the Highlands of Scotland. So that'll be hopefully doing that.
We'll have to get some work and see what I've been doing.
And maybe still a wee bit gardening. Depends on the weather.
Yeah.
We've been promised gale force winds and
The
rain.
excitement.
So I don't know.
So it's
I'll have
coo-
to wait and see.
It's Cootie down in Cozy Town.
Well, maybe.
My plans for this weekend, read. I think, Mum, are we going to do some baking this weekend?
We'll have to. The
All right.
cupboard's empty.
Yeah, it's old mother. It's things like
Mother Hubbard.
old Mother Hubbard here with not very many biscuits. So we'll do some of that. Do you think we should video it and let them see what we're doing? You never know. You might get a video this weekend of us doing cookery stuff. Mum's showing you what she's been making. Mum's been doing cards. She'll let her introduce that herself. What else am I going to do? I've got some letters to write. I've got a couple of letters that I'm due to write friends, so I will do that. I'm really enjoying that, by the way, guys. I'm trying to reinstate
You're
snail
odd.
mail. I know I'm odd. I'm trying to reinstate snail mail, so I am writing letters to friends and stuff. So that's what I plan to do. Obviously, read. Right, let's see your cards.
I've been making. Can you hold those up?
Yeah, I can hold those up.
Some sunset cards for note cards that I can give to people.
So, like, the inside is blank, and are you going to put
I may
inserts
put
into?
inserts in them.
Okay. So that's what Mum's been doing. And what else are you going to do apart from baking and trying to put up with me?
I've got some letters to write as well.
Mum hates writing letters. I love it.
Well, I hate
I'll have to take
it.
the car for a run.
Oh,
that's
gosh,
right.
that's right. My battery's still being charged. Yeah, my battery went fat again, so I need to.
Their car goes into the garage.
On Monday for a service.
So yeah, so I
I'll
will
still take it out for a
car
run.
stuff to do.
Yeah, this is it.
So that's our weekend. So please let me know down below what you're going to be reading this weekend. What are your plans for this weekend?
I've got
A bit-
bookmarks to make for the boys up there.
I've got bookmarks to make as well. And I just want to do a couple of shout outs. One is to Always Booked, and that is Chloe. She's a sister of my friend Alana. And Chloe, I hope the wee one has arrived, since I've last seen you. The other one is from Death Adder Diva. Thank you for all your comments. And Loopy's Lot, thank you again for all your comments. And Chloe, go and see Chloe Always Booked. She's got some great books that she's been reading. Also, Steeped in Books. Sarah over at Steeped in Books is really good as well. They're two new people that I started watching, and I would highly, highly recommend them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, with my two co-hosts. Bite the hand that feeds you, honey.
Pardon me?
But we will see you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. It'd be great to have more people in the family. But I will see you hopefully next week. And I don't know when I'll see these two again.
Maybe.
Oh, one scene.
Never
Never
forgotten.
forgotten.
Bye.
Bye.